はい、FF16 ファイナルファンタジーチャレンジ2週目、続きをやっていきたいと思います。今日はこれからやるか。カローンからカローンやって、ルボルやって、テオかな。よう、グツ。
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by, one of our usuals, like, said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies, especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
グツとカローンの関係性なら聞いても平気そうなのにね。やっぱり怒られるのが怖いのか。
Lady Karen, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto?
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
こんばんは。
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dallymill has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
すんごい言いづらそうに言ったね。クライブ。
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
OK、ダリミル宿場。
Everything's back the way it was.
Fresh silks from the canvas.
Mustard and mandrake.
If there's one thing we've learned over the past few years.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
I lived with it.
この左だな。
We need someone who can bring the whole town together.
あ、いた。
Gilbert, take this crystal.
Could be I know something.
いつもすごい荷物だな。
What's it worth to you?
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalimil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
靴は野宿してるのかな。靴はいつもいろんな、交易のための荷物をこう欠かさずに持ってるのかな。ありとあらゆる時に靴ハンマー回転しないといけないし、クライブにポーション売らないといけないし、とにかく常に持ってろって言われてんのかな、カローンに。なんかちょうど仕入れないといけない品物とかがあったら持って行ったら商売もできるしね。
Time to brave the viper's nest.
でも本当野宿レベルの荷物の量だよね。体痛くなんないのかな。
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
かわいそうに全員死ぬことになるんだから。こんなやつのせいで3ドミナンス剣山斬鉄剣発動まで持つかしら。はい死ねいなぬ。あげる。当たんない当たんない当たんない。知らなかったとはいえかわいそうあんなやつのために命を落とすことになるなんてな。これで終わりだ。
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots.
逃げてった。
Right now.
次顔を見たらどうなると思ってんだお前。さっさと逃げろ。
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
ばあさんが来た。
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then. wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Gooch, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words.
Why?
And now it's time to collect.
めぐられちゃう。
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already.
これ両目ってこと？
Right.
両目行ったってこと？
Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
ヤクザのけじめと同じ。ほんまやな。けじめつけてもらおうかっていう話だね。で、なんかここら辺に取ってない宝箱があった気がしたんだけど。あったあったあった。やっぱりグツ強いんだよね。まああんなひょろっちいやつと体格差もあるし。グツに目の前立たれたら結構怖いよね。腰に刺してる斧とか持って。
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
靴ならカローンを片手で持ち上げられるんじゃない？多分ね、カローン軽そうだしね。なんだっけ、家事道具買ってもらえるってなった時、すんごい勢いでカロンのこと押してたもんね。頑張れグッズ、ばあさんを守ってやれ。
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. As an individual could find herself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
こんなカロンっぽい言い方だけど、結局はベアラーの保護とか何も身分の差とかそういうのがない世界がいいってことなんだよね。同じように目指してるってことなんだよね、ずっといるってことは。お、あと3個だからあと2個。そうだね。あ、ディオン。互いに悔いの残らぬ戦いをしよう。天下と君の帰還をわしは心から願っている。いや、これはやっぱりあのペンで書いてほしいって言ってるから、クライブが書いたってことなのかな、ジョシュアの名前で。さあ、ルボル行くか。ルボル、いやルボル。
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them.
シドってチート級に有能すぎるな。
Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
人を引きつける能力があるんだね。
Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalimil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalimil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be, until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud, by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
アンダーヒルって言われた。
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars.
そうだろうな。
I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor?
That's easy. One of them swings
王
a
様
sword,
みたい
the
に偉い
other
人。
forges them.
A League of Outlaws.
Sounds like you have some competition, brother.
Let's see what Victor has to tell us.
まず話を聞いてみよう。こっちか。
We may have bloodied the bandits' noses, Sid, but it seems we have not yet broken their spirit. Victor is helping us to keep track of their movements. And we're very glad of his help. That man knows the desert and its dwellers like the back of his hand.
おっさんね。ようさん。
Still in Dalimil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
本当にすぐ片付いちゃうけどよろしい？
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together.
あ、なんかそういえばこの砂漠ってリスキーモブなんかいた気がすんな。 通に砂漠をうろちょろしてた気がするな。見えるかな。
Time to fight.
今んとこ見当たらないか。こっち側の砂漠じゃないのかな。さっさと片付けよう。そうだね、ジル・ジョシュア。そして近いんだよな、本当に。誰に向かってやっちまうぞっつってんだお前。あ、来た。新しいのが来た。走ってこーい。誰だ。キアル。キアルやめろ。キアルやめろ。あ、ミスった。あえてケアルをさせたまま遊ぶか。ホームラン。それそれ。おれおれ。燃やされてる。本当にすぐそばにいるんだよな。そうなんだよな、近すぎんだよな。もうお互い見えてないって感じやな。しかもこんなテントで生きれるんか、砂漠で。
I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
じゃあ子供見殺しにすればよかったんですかって話なんだけどね。
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running.
But we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They'll listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lupor really is. They know that Lupor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can.
アンダーヒルとしてやってみるよ。
Stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
これでもさ、ここの人たちってさ、クライブたちがドミナントだって知らないと思うんだけど、ドミナント、ルボルと何が違うんだろうね。ベアラーの傷がマークがついてないけど、この人たちゴリゴリに魔法を使ってるんだけど、それはドミナントですって言ってそれっぽい感じでいるからいいのでもルボルはドミナントですって言ってたわけじゃないからってこと。人だと思わせてたことが悪いんですか。
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil, and they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
よそ者だから別にどっちでもいいみたいな感じじゃないですかね。そっか。その村に住んでる人じゃないから興味がないのか。別にどっちでも何でもいいのか。どうせ出ていくし。
The man with the sword was going to kill us, but then Lubor shot magic at him. It was amazing.
I don't care if Lubor's a bearer. He's still Lubor, isn't he?
そうだよな。君たちが合ってるよ。
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But...
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor,
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us.
We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
I would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. A reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
なんか少し諦めを感じるよな。まあ自分じゃどうしようもできないことだからな、そうは言っても。あら、ジル。こんな近くにジル。あ、すごい。いいね。みんな正面を向いて。ジルだけ正面を向いてくれ。あー、トルガル。クライブとジョシュはいい感じに連動してんだけどな。ジルのお顔がほ粘るちょっと怯えてるな、ジル。ちょっと怯えてない？不穏な空気を感じ取っている。骨を切断できる。
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. but I can't take them with me. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe.
写真撮影は困りますって感じでしたね。そうか、私に対するあれ怯えだったのか。
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned, and they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
さあ、ひどいところが始まると。あ、ごめん、トルガル。
What's in a
You have to listen to me. They're coming. You need to evacuate.
Know your place, bearer.
ベアラーだから言うこと聞かないって何なんだよ。大変だ。
It's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
やべえんだっ
Pass on an
て。
important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
You may not trust me, but for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
だったらさっさと見に行けよ、野党連合。
You're making a mistake.
ルボルくらい信用があってもベアラーテだけでその信用が吹っ飛ぶたもんな。本当だよ。
Then we must find another way to ensure Dalamil's survival.
っていうか別にさ、
Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
避難させなくてもさ、全員やっちまうことは可能だけどさ、こんな奴らのためにやりたくないんだよな。こっちは石化が進むってのに。
You have to listen to me. They're coming.
命をかけて自分の生命力を削ってまでこんな奴ら助けようと思わないけどな。
Lord Ferda.
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted.
The bloody fools.
Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Ferda! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor? I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
いや、このおっさんもいい人なんだよな。 ナイスキャラなんだよ。
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far, far away!
Run!
Just go on!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
最低だよこいつら。
Wait, someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him! What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like he doesn't even exist.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
いい子たちだな。まず謝れ。ほんとそれな。投げたやつな。子供にも当たってるからね。
The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage, and they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalimil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic Force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalimil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchants not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalimil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalimil.
そろそろさ、商人団の人に本体を叩けとか言うのおかしいと思わないかみんな。
Looks like everyone's ready. I'd better not keep them waiting.
この人商人のアンダーヒルさんという設定なんだが、この人にねじるを叩けっていうのおかしいと思わないかみんな。
Get all these weapons into the hands of the watch. They're no use lying around here. Understood.
武器はいっぱいあるからな。いやー、子供がかばってくれるところグッとくるな。すごいな。これが本体か。あ、別体ともこれ。いや、別体は向こうにいるのかな。一人で何とかしようとすんないいな。うちらは3人で何とかするから。3人と1匹で。おお、湧いてる湧いてる。
But what's waiting for us inside?
これは別に関係ない人。あ、どうも。83レベルだったの、何気に。あいつら化け物みたいに強いってことだけは共有してるんだな。商人のくせに。プロテスを撃つんじゃないよ、こんなところで。 死ねい。ジェントルマン。それそれそれそれそれ。ジェントルマン切り放題。ジェントルマン要素が出る。もともとジェントルマンだったのかな。野党ジェントルマンだったのかな。これで終わりだ。
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
クライブがこうやって倒しに行ってる間、町の方に本当にアカシアは来ているのか。どのクエストでも気になるところなんだけど。絶対全部倒してるじゃん。
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
The last of them here, perhaps.
Lubor, Clive has returned.
しかもクライブじゃない、クライブじゃないよ、アンダーヒルだよ。
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it.
We saved Dalimil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do. So close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil. As as you always have.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
すごいよな、ベアラーがトップ張れる街って考えてみると。
How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Lubo. About the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalimil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
この街が一番まともに差別を乗り越えてる感じありますよね。一番わかりやすいよね。ベアラーが一番上になったんだからさ、差別なんかもうできたもんじゃないじゃん。一番上をさ侮辱することになるから。まあウェイドのとこもね、ベアラーと人が一緒に住んでる。おっさん座り込んでる。イサベルのところはベアラーとっていうよりかは軍と商人って感じだったからね。
I certainly didn't expect it, but Dalimil seems more united than ever. I'll have to redouble my efforts to bring Costness under control. Can't have Lubor showing me up again.
ことにつ難民街って別に飛べないんだよね。
Bearer boy to mayor of Dalimil. How far Lubor has come, and how richly he deserves it.
ところで俺はアンダーヒルさんじゃなかったんだけど。
I shall devote my every effort to creating a haven for man and bearer both. Just like a certain someone else I know. Someone to whom I owe a debt of gratitude.
どこにいる？支援団と傭兵団、自警団。自警団はあっちか。あっこだ。私。
So your given name is Clive. I heard
あ、
Lubor
言ってる
used it
わ。
when he spoke to you. I'll be sure to write to Randalar and propose that Lord Clive Underhill of the League of Merchants be decorated for his services to the Republic.
あ、そっか。クライブ・アンダーヒルさんなんだ、私。なるほど。
Ginger and ginseng.
How about a few spicy sausages to put?
So, you're going to join the watch, aren't you?
Come and bathe in our healing waters.
あれ、支援団の人この辺にいなかったっけ、いつも。
Just the thing after a hard day.
So now we have a bearer as a mayor. People will flock from all over the realm to see this.
You there. How would you like some?
あ、こっちにいた。
Lubor is a forgiving soul indeed, agreeing to lead us after we doubted him. I fear that I doubted you too, when first we spoke, Lord Underhill. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong.
どうもロズフィールドですけれどもまあいいか。クライブ・アンダーヒルさんになった。 さあエルイーズ
If we're meant to do
Theo.
this, we'll need help.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
やるよ、むしろ俺しかやらない。
How could I refuse?
テオはここにいてくれ。
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
魔物退治はお任せあれ。あ、ここか。ん？レトニの宝、レトニの金庫、こんなのあった？なんか普通の道にこんな名前がついてたんだ。進めたくないクエスト。そしてレトニ峡谷、渓谷、峡谷。なんか道がないちゃんと行ってないぞこれ。これワンチャン最速で行ったら手を無事とかいう説ないかな。あ、君か、開けといてくれたの。
Oh, you're a friend of the Crimson Caravans. And by the look of you, I'd say you were the help they told me was on its way. Cashlock's just down there, if you'd be so kind.
OK。お、アンブロシアが前から湧いてきた湧いてくるとこ見えた。それー。
This must have been a nice place once.
Will be again.
階層いっぱいあるね。そんだけまあ脅威にさらされてるってことなんだよね、きっと。アカシアにやられたわけじゃないけど、まあもともと人がいたけど住めなくなっちゃったってことだもんね。魔物なのか野党なのかによって。 はい。それー。飛んでる敵うざいな。あ、たまらない。やばいぞ、出てしまうぞ。大丈夫か。それジョシュアと一緒。
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat.
オッケー。ちょっと雑魚しかいないから久々にあれをエリアルブラスト入れちゃおう。あ、じゃあどうせならここにエリアルブラストにして、ここに大地の怒り。あ、テオ。
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do. But thank you, all the same.
ああ、後編に入っちゃうよ。
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's
One of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy, and I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
最後の仕事だって。
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
もちろんだよ。
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask Elle how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
お前は配送には絶対に行くでない。これは命令である。
Don't blame yourself, Elle. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but... No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
そう、姉思いのいい子なんだよ。
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right.
行くんじゃない。
Yes. We'd better not keep Eloise waiting.
Do you see that too?
これでもうこの時にカシロク行ったらどう？きっといないんだろうな。一回行ってみるか。間違えた。なんでお前ここにいるんだって言われないから大丈夫かな。邪魔だー。テオどこだー。すっ。いる。ちゃんと手入れしてるわ。テオどこだー。
Thank you for your help clearing the village, Sid. We'll handle the rest of the repairs. If those bearers are going to live here, we'll have to do what we can to make the place livable.
テオどこだ。え、もうあっちにいる？テオがいない。ここにいないでしょ。これよりも前いないよね。うん、いなさそう。もうあっちにいるんか。お前ら手を絶対あっちに行かせんな。いないな。やっぱりもうすでに行ってんのか。今度こそ手を救うんだ。邪魔だ。手をいないな。ここに来れば会えるかと思ったのに。 村にいたんかな。女子は早い。アブロシアキック。あ、やられた。どうしてもテオに合わせない気だな、こんちくしょう。街に来ても会えないのか。どっかの家に隠れてる？そんなことないよね。
This one's in a better state than mine.
やっぱいないや。途中でテオに会いに来てもいないということが分かった。
Did you see that too?
とかなんかこの辺でサボってるとかない？ないか。あ、うるさい人だこの人。
There are many variations of the Semekian legend, but almost all agree that man was punished for presuming to set foot in the sanctum of the gods. Some describe it as holy, others heavenly, which is to say, of the heavens. Could it be that the baleful mass that now glowers over us is this very sanctum? Have the gods returned to pass judgment upon us once more?
Papa?
What is it? Oh, please. I'm scared.
おしゃべりおじさんだ。ただし話を聞いてもらいたいおじさんがいたね。よーし、最速で手を助けに行く。
Time to fight.
エルイーズお待たせ。
Straight home now.
20ギル。
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
めっちゃガンつけてた。外大陸どんな感じなんだろう。本当の話なんだよね。
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those
でも
bearers.
外大陸って
I was a fool
さ
to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
バルバナスのイメージ、バルバナスみたいな人がいるイメー
If
ジなん
what
だけ
he
ど。
said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
すぐ行くよ。
I doubt even Theo can take on a dragon.
本当にすぐ行く。すぐ行く。急げ。アンブロシア。
Let's go.
Yeah!
最速で行くんだ。じゃあまだボケ。ふっ。
I can walk from here.
すぐまた呼ぶ。
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area is flooded with ether.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Torgal, with me. 行くぞ。アンブロシア with me.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
テオ待ってろ。邪魔邪魔邪魔邪魔。
Where are you, Theo?
あー、すごい湧いてる、すごい湧いてる。エーテル除去。エーテル除去。あ、当たんないかな。当たんねえじゃねえか。よし。
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
テオどこに行ったんだよ。早く逃げてくれ。了解。あれないと全然減らない。いた。はい。自分が不利になるかもしれないが、エーテル除去。あいたー。ダウン。ほらー、エーテル除去。ドラゴンダンス。もう死ぬっていうのに。はいだ。はいだ。はい、ばいばいばいばい。はい、ばいばいばいばい。やばい、ボタンが。死ぬところだった。十字キーの操作ミス。
Theodore, you had me worried for. We have to get you out of here.
think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore!
嫌だってばー。
And so will you!
Elle.
Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
やっぱり助けられない。
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time. How much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken, and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night, and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
いやー、これは辛い。また泣かされた。15歳の時にベアラって分かったのか。でもそれまで普通のさ、人の子としてさ、一緒に生きてきたのによくそんなことが言えるよね、親も。悲しい。なんかさ、アナベラも同じ死に方したじゃん、テオと。方法は。でも全然悲しくなかったけど、テオは悲しい。ああ、助けられなかった。いや、ほんとこれ一番悲しいクエストかもしんない。これエンディングの次、エンディングっていうかさ、この先の待ち受けるいろんなことの次ぐらいに泣けるよね。もうこれでサブクエ全部終わったんじゃないか。そんな気がする。これで寝室の思い出の品が一つ以外全部埋まってるはず。埋まってるわ。ルジェナダリ見る。はあ、エルイ ーズとテオドール。あと1個は石塔をクリアしたら手に入ると。あ、カロン。これからも支援してやる。ベアラーの俺を受け入れてくれた皆に恩返しがしたい。ベアラーへの意識が変わるにはまだまだ時間がかかるだろう。兄弟愛が強いのがまた切なさを増幅してるんだよな。だって2人だけで生きてきたのにね。テオドールがもういないなんて未だに信じられない。テオの思いに応えその分まで生きるということ。なんであんないい子が死んじゃうんだ。やっぱりサブクエはもう終わってるから、あとじゃあリスキーモブだけだぞ。ああ。結構ありそうだね。何個あんの ?1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、5、6、32? FF16 で何回泣いたんだろう。なんか基本的に泣けるよね。なんだろう、ストーリーがストーリーだからか知んないけど。キャラクターの表情が豊かでさ、辛いのが伝わってくるんだよな。じゃあ次回はリスキーモブを全部倒していきますかね。そしてそうだ、ここ腰だけまだ弱いままだから、腰のやつを作ってエンディングに向かうか。でクリアしてから石塔ハードクリアっていうか、オーディンのやつまだ見つけられないんだけどね。そもそもあんのないのかな。ないってことある。黒の大陸のどっかにあるんだろうな。はあ、黒の大陸じゃない、灰の大陸。ここに芝があって、もうアルテマが余裕になってるんじゃないですか。いや、そのパターンあるよ。大いにある。あ、ここにオーディンのあったんだっけ。なんかありそうだな。あれエンケラドスって誰だっけ。もしかしたらもう発見してるかもしんない。あれ出てたっけ。あれここがシバーだったんだっけ。忘れちゃった。アルテマがクソ雑魚の可能性あるけど、まあやってみよう。はい。じゃあ次回はリスキーモブ行ってみたいと思います。で、時間によっては石塔ちょっとやろうかな。多分エンディングに向かうには最初からやらないと時間的に長くなると思うから、 はい。では、ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。